Welcome back to another Alliance War video. We have 4 Loki versus Xk9. This is war number 11. They banned Scorpion, CGR, and Herc. And Xk9 is a shelling alliance, but they are really good. I don't know why they choose to shell, but they put down low death totals. So we're gonna have a good one today. And I'm on path 5 to start the war. I have Human Torch, America Chavez, and White Magneto. So with Mad Cat and Lags opening up section 2 minis, Andrew and I are going to boss rush the island. So we're gonna get the global down and the boss down within a few hours of war opening up. So that's the plan, at least. And I have Torch here with Flame on with a White Magneto pre-fight on this Ebb and Flow knockdown debuff immune node. So the plan basically is to build a few smolders, then knock her down and kind of let the Nova Flames do their work. And here you can see one Fury rotation basically ends up killing her. So I love torching Chavez because she is a pain in everyone's backside. So here we have Crossbones, and I will be taking this with White Magneto. I'm going to apply this pre-fight and then back out of the fight to make sure that it sticks. If I really have time, then I really back out of the map and stuff, because that pre-fight bug just really sucks. I check to see that it's on there, look at my boost. I'm not going to look at my boost for like 10 minutes. Sorry, Oakley, but maybe next fight. But here, just plan is to let my magnetism kick on. He dashes away from me, so it's perfect. Then I just heavy, and I want to let my AAR basically reduce the flourish buffs, and then just remove those as I get an opening right here. I wanted to dash away and remove it, so perfect. There, I'm going to push into an SB1 and bait it after this heavy, and I'm just building to my SB2 to get hopefully a nice crit off of it. And I'm going to throw it. You see the protection actually got shut down, so I lose the Fury bonus there, but it's okay. I didn't crit, and he's just degenning away at this point. But that's about 800 per tick, so about 1.6k per second. And at this point, the fight is basically won, and I'm just going to throw my SB2 or SB1, and it's over. So completely safe fight. I also get another 2 persistent charges because I won that, and he's metal or 3 and of my sig. So now moving into section 2, I have this Gallon on path 8. I will be using America Chavez. And the plan basically is to try to keep a neutralize on him before he throws a special. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a little weird in the fight, because I've taken, especially on my minis, I've taken Gallon quite a bit with Tigra. So when he throws his special 1, I instinctively want to dash in, like dash away and then dash in and hold heavy. And I had to really kind of stop myself from doing so. So here I want to get a negative zone up. I don't really need to control his power, but it's just extending my combo. So you see with 2 combos there, I'm at 12, so it gives me more chances to have a neutralize. And he throws a special 1 while he has a neutralize, so he doesn't gain any fury buffs. I'm like, all right, perfect. Now I'm gonna heavy into my special 1 to power gain, and basically I just want to make sure that I either have a neutralize up when he throws a special, or he can gain some planetary mass, but I want to have a special after so I can lower his planetary mass. And see right there, I really wanted to dash in, but I told myself, like, there's no reason to. I'm not Tigra. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, that SB2 didn't kill. He's at an SB2. I really need him to have a neutralize while he throws this, and I'm not sure if my SB1 kills, so I'm going to take this all in the block. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And just combo into an SB2 if he doesn't die, but he died. So that went rather well for my lane fights. This next fight, I have Icarus on the Aspect of Evolution, Rich Get Richer shared mini on 7, 8, 9. And I debated whether using a Power Start 1 or a indestructible boost, and one thing I did not consider is I should have actually just got my negative zones up and used an indestructible boost. That's what I should have done, because right there he gained a lot of power in between me actually fate sealing him. And I didn't expect that. It kind of threw me off in the fight. But now looking back on this, I think the PS1 was the play just to get rid of them, because I don't mind him having a bar of power. And I can take the SP2 into the block. But if he's neutralized, then he doesn't gain any extra buffs per the node. So at this point, I'm like, okay, throw my SP3. I'm going to activate my dimension, so I'm going to hit harder. And he has a neutralize up, so I want to bait this SP1 and throw my special 1 to bait seal. Oh, no, I got a negative zone. That's what I wanted to do. And at this point, I want to try to bait this, and he's not throwing it, so I just throw my special to bait seal everything and gain power via MD. And I'm like, okay, what's the best option? I'm gonna activate some more zones. Again, I want to make sure that I keep a negative zone up to reduce any get richer power, and that's actually what's happening here. I push him over a bar, and he throws this special, so he dumps his power, but then I throw another special 2 here, or sorry, I do heavy for a negative zone. I throw this, and he's actually dead. I think I'm confusing some fights. So, pretty straightforward. Nothing too fancy there. Now, I have not used America a lot this season, and these next 3 fights are all fights that one of our officers in the battle group has taken all season long, and he smoked them. Completely smoked them, whether Scorpion, Chavez, he just has a ton of experience in this. And he was not available for this war. He's at a streak of literally 95 before last war, and he had 3 fights because he was limited, and this war he's even more limited, so now he's at 99. So he's on his way to a 100 streak. But here I just mistimed the last dex, and I lose 1 hit of my indestructible boost, and I really wanted to keep all 3 hits because I had a feeling that I was going to have to tank some SP3s, and that was like my safety net. Plan basically is to get my dimensions up to via my SP3, ideally, because it activates a bunch, and that way I can bait seal all his buffs and I can start hitting harder. And I just want to bait specials from him. This node has like power reserve, so he's going to throw a lot of specials, and if I can keep a negative zone up, then when he gains any buffs with his shapeshifting charges, then I can reverse some of that power gain that he gains naturally. So that's essentially the plan, and right now everything's going, rather well. He does gain indestructible buff there, but I'm not too worried. But right there he falters me, and I wasn't paying attention to knocking him down. Now he goes unblockable and faltered again, and I lose my indestructible, and I'm like, oh no. So he's just under a second bar of power, and I throw this because I need to regain adrenaline, and I need to control the map again, and that's basically what I'm doing here. I do have an SP3 boost, but I cannot hit him at this point. He needs to throw this special, and I can't take any blocked hit because he'll gain a buff and power gain. So there he throws that, and I'm like, okay, control the spacing, hit him in the block just to push him back. I don't want to get cornered because his specials are long. I'm like, all right, perfect. Just keep him at bay, keep baiting specials, and I'm still hitting hard with all his buffs on, so it's still doing good work. So he throws this. I'm not gonna take this in the face, and I want to basically wait out this falter and then throw my special 3, and I'm back in control of the map and the fight at this point. It's definitely going a lot longer than I wanted, but I'm back in control versus being in that corner. So he's at 20%, and he's faltered, and I'm like, all right, perfect. He throws this. I do want to heavy him here to get a negative zone up, and he throws this special 1. I'm just checking my falter if it's coming, approaching or whatnot, and it was approaching there, but I special 1 into it, and I need him to throw this special 2 so I can essentially end the fight. And I just made sure right there that his indestructible was not going to proc. And so I throw this knowing that he's still going to be under 3 bars, but he's definitely dead from it anyways. So much longer fight than I wanted. My first time taking him there, I actually had taken him on my mini with Red Hulk, with neutralize, and it went well. But it's a little different in high tier. The pressure's the pressure's high, and we're doing a boss rush, so everybody's kind of like watching at this point, waiting for us to clear so we can get things going. But now I have Apocalypse. I dropped a white Magneto pre-fight for the Conflictor node, and the plan is basically to get a negative zone up and just build power and fate seal any buffs, whether they're prowess or flourish, and that way I can gain some power back. And I'm going to block any hits that I can to hopefully place more flourish buffs on him, but he was neutralized, so it's you know, I didn't gain any there. But this is a beefy APOC, and although, you know, he does look to do quite a bit of damage through my block, I am ultimately not really afraid of anything other than pushing him to an SP3. And so at this point I'm like, okay, just, you know, gonna heavy and get a neutralize up. I have 3 dimensions up, and I'm probably gonna go SP3. That's what I'm thinking, but I throw an SP2 to do some damage, and I'm like, okay, minute down and he's halfway dead. Let's just bait some specials and slowly kind of trick him down. So I got 3 flourish buffs there, and I got a 4th, so I'm like, okay, perfect. But I lose them. I was kind of bummed at that point. I should have just parried and then throw my special. I would have gained enough to get pushed to an SP3, because I'm only at 1 dimension at this point. And this is what happened the last time I took him. I just didn't have enough dimensions towards the end of the fight to kind of speed things up. But a minute and a half has passed now, and he's at 35%, and I'm definitely going to go SP3 here and activate all these dimensions. So go through this animation. Definitely selling on fight time here, as Andrew likes to say. 2 minutes, but ultimately, like I said, this is safe. So I'm just baiting this SP2 from him, and he throws this. I'm gonna take this on the block on purpose because I definitely want to fate seal all this, and he allows me to right here. Boom, boom, and I'm at an SP3. I'm pretty sure that this kills, but with only 1 dimension up, I don't want to chance it. So I'm like, okay, just throw this, take it on the block, and I'm going to throw my special 3. It'll fate seal him, and that way I have a special popping out if this does not kill him. He has a beefy APOC, but America Chavez just does make this fight, you know, very simple, just long. So next up, I have this Arcus, my last fight of this war. I think it's my 8th fight. I did have a Doom on 19, but Legacy absolutely demolished that with a spot. He just took to R5. That's a great fight. You guys should check that out. And here I'm using a white Magneto pre-fight, and I'm using an indestructible boost. And the plan basically is to get negative zones up to control his initial power gain. And then obviously when I get enough power, then I want to fate seal all of that, and I'll get stuff and power back from MD. So at this point I have 1 negative zone up, and I can fate seal him here, and I have 1 negative zone. I want to bait specials. So as this fight's going, my thought process is to keep that negative zone up and bait specials. You know, after knockdown, he gets kind of friendly with them, and make sure that I remove the power gain so the cold snap doesn't do too much damage. And he's being really friendly at this point, so I'm like, all right, cool. Throw this SP2 with 4 dimensions up, and it does really good damage. So the fight at this point, I'm like in cruise control. Bait SP1s, keep a negative zone up in case he has 1 power gain, and just fate seal anything that pops up. As this fight goes, again, it's my first time taking Arcus here with Chavez this season. I'm just forgetting about my indestructible boost and the whole unblockable SP2. So you'll see me actually push him to 2 bars, and then I'm baiting him to dash at me and throw and parry. Basically, I want to bait medium and parry him, and you'll see me actually just pause, like throw the SP2, and then just wait, and then she floats at him, and I eat a special right there, boom. But my dark dimension was active, so actually it reflected some of the damage and killed him anyways. I would have still been alive after with the indie, so that's fine. But Andrew did smoke the boss, and you know, we boss rushed with him. He had a very special anniversary, you know, dinner to get to with Spooky, his and his lady. So it was good to get this stuff done early, and then I had to spend some time with my family later on, so it worked out. But let's take a look at the final score. Unfortunately, we did lose this war. We are now we need the next win to stay in Masters, basically. And shout out to Andrew, Karate Mike, and B McG on the MVPs. But we head into the last war needing a win. See you guys in the next one.